Welcome to the first ever live podcast of Youth View by School Creative. I'm your host Caitlin, and I'm in the studio with Georgia, Callum, Timmy, and Joseph.
On this episode, we will be discussing our passions and how through school we've been given the opportunities to explore and follow them, as well as what life after school is going to look like for us.
I'm in the studio with Callum.
Hello.
How you going?
Oh yeah. Legit.
So, Cal, tell us about your passion.
I'm into music production. That's my passion.
Yeah, what about it?
I just like the creative aspect of it, being able to do whatever I like with it. You know, there's so many pathways with it.
Oh, yeah.
I can do literally anything.
What got you into it?
My family. I grew up with it.
Yeah.
My dad always was in bands and playing music and stuff, but yeah, he was always playing in bands, and I can remember vividly going along to a few of his band practices when I was younger, and then as that kind of went along, it became more and more of being dragged along as a young kid, and more to I really like this, and now I want to make a career out of it.
Where do you think it's going to lead you in the future?
Hopefully I can get a job. Just a job in general, but hopefully I can get a job in the music industry.
What kind of job were you?
Music designer. I don't know what that job is actually called, but it's
Producer?
Yeah. Producer, designer, whatever it is. And I'm hoping that I can, do that.
Whoa, that sounds
Nice.
pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
So now to Tom. Tom, what's your passion?
Technology.
Technology? Yeah, what aspects of technology?
Well, there's lots of different aspects of technology. Just building computers in general is probably my biggest passion in technology.
Yeah.
Getting each part and then putting them together, for a certain purpose, or just to use as a computer.
Just one big puzzle.
Yeah.
Just like one big puzzle. Then it's also, just fixing or building small things, soldering, all fun aspects of technology that's more
Hands-on?
hands-on.
Yeah, what got you into that?
What got me into the fixing and building and stuff? Mostly, I played games a lot, so, a controller would break, put like a new thumbstick in or something like that. So that's what got me into the actual making or like building of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you go to classes for that or teach yourself?
No, just sort of went on YouTube,
Oh, yeah.
looked at it, figured it out.
It's the best university these days, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's where I learned something.
Yeah. And where do you think that'll take you? What do you plan to do?
Well, computers can take you pretty much anywhere. Like, every industry needs them, so pretty much need an IT guy in every single one. So,
Yeah.
whether it's fixing them or building them, the world is constantly needing more computers. So, I don't know. Somewhere good, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's exciting. Thank you, Tom.
Mm.
So, I reckon now it's time for some pressure in a box.
I think
In
so
a box.
too. Fun game segment, guys.
In a box. In a box.
So we have a box full of questions. We're each going to do two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caitlin, start us off.
Okay.
Oh god. This is scaring me.
Favorite musical artist and your favorite song by them?
Oh.
Ooh.
Who's going first?
Start with Timmy.
Go
Start with me.
Go Tom, and then go that way.
Favorite artist, probably Seth Century.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's my favourite song, but my favourite song from him is probably Hellboy.
Fair.
Good one.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, that's a good
So-
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's mine.
Callum?
Callum?
My favorite artist ever is Green Day, and my favorite
Yeah.
song ever is by them, and it's called "Good Riddance." Time of Your Life.
That's a banger.
Mm.
Definitely. I'd say at the moment it's probably the Wombats. And If You Ever Leave, I'm Coming With You is a banger. But, Let's Dance, Joy Division, Kill the Director,
Yeah.
classics.
Yes.
They're really
Kill
good.
the Director.
That's a good one.
I love that song.
What about you, Caitlin?
I have a couple of favorite artists, but I'd have to probably put it down to Kings of Leon and
Oh.
Lewis Capaldi.
Yes.
And a song from each would probably be Forget Me Lewis Capaldi's newest song,
Yeah.
and also Sex on Fire.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
get rid of it.
No,
Yeah.
It's just a banger.
they're so good.
Next one, Georgia.
What is something you wish people would stop saying? We talked about
Good
this
one.
one earlier. Me?
Yeah.
Slay. It's
It's
just
o-
it's
it's
overused, and I'm
overused.
just
Can't take it.
I can't take it anymore. Callum?
Something people would stop saying.
Yeah.
I just, like, there's no one specific thing, but I wish people would just stop abbreviating things.
You're in the wrong
Oh my
country
God,
for that.
You're in the
agree
wrong
so
country.
much.
Yeah.
You're really in the wrong
I swear,
country.
I say this all the time. I was born in the wrong generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
enough.
those
Yeah.
people.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Timmy?
Okay.
Say like just like sort of like kind of, but mostly just the oh my god. Like
Girl.
the amount of times I hear that like a day is just too many.
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's just
fair.
because it just became our vocabulary to become.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
it's us Australians just take on slang.
Okay.
Mine would probably have to be people calling me Caitlin.
Hey, Caitlin.
Stop it.
See, that's because I type
Alright.
it wrong.
Next card. What is your idea of the perfect day?
I'll go first. I think just spending it with friends, to be honest, whether
Yeah.
we're inside, outside, going
Oh.
to the movies, going to the shops, or staying inside and watching a movie at home on Netflix or something.
Yeah,
I reckon just spending it with your friends would definitely have to be probably my perfect day.
I agree with everything she said, but also like having an adventure, like
Yeah.
making memories
Yeah.
with them. That's what makes it
Going
a
on
good
road
day.
trips.
And as long
I
as
wanna go on a road trip.
as long as there's food, I'm happy.
I can relate there. I am pretty much the same thing, except I'm with friends again, but I'd like to be outdoors if I
Yeah.
can. Like I love the spontaneous beach trips and stuff that I do.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes stuff happens that you just don't expect, but that's all part of it.
Exactly.
the-
Yeah,
the
that's all part of the
spon-
memories.
The spontaneous
Like,
stuff
that-
is just
that's
always the best.
That's the stuff that I will always remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
personally,
Yeah.
I think sunsets and sunrises have to be a part of it.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
something.
Somehow it sounds like I'm the odd one out here.
What about you, Timmy?
Staying home, just chilling. Rainy day, just
Nice day in.
yeah,
Yeah, if it's a rainy day and it's cold, I reckon staying in.
Yeah.
Curling up in a blanket
Oh,
on the couch.
Yeah,
Wait, a
maybe
blanket?
hot chocolate
Hot
as well.
chocolate.
Oh.
That's-
Watching a movie,
that's the
listening
day
to the
that I
rain.
want,
That's
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, I'm not saying that I don't like the rain, but
But that's my
Yeah,
perfect day.
Yeah.
when it's raining, it definitely is fun to just
Stay inside.
chillax.
Yeah, definitely.
Or go dance in the rain, guys.
Oh,
come
I need
on.
someone to do that with.
Same.
Oh. Okay, next one. What would you do with $1 million?
Oh,
I'll go first.
come on.
Okay, I said I wanted to go first. Now I can't think of anything.
I would probably travel a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe invest in a house, but I'd also buy a bunch of concert tickets.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
and F1. I'd
F1.
no.
F1, yep.
I would follow
Same with
F1
Georgia.
around the world
You wouldn't stop.
for like a whole year,
W-
and then I'd also go to concerts along the
So
way.
so would you just follow the F1 tour?
So you're
Yes.
basically
And-
a roadie.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'd go to every race. I'd go get the drivers, the panic, the panic bars. Yeah. Beep. Moving on.
Yeah.
I reckon
next.
I'd probably want to travel.
Yeah.
I'd give, obviously, I'd want to give some to charity, but
Okay.
I also want to travel.
Yeah.
Very nice of you.
traveling.
I'm the same.
I know. look at this.
I'm a travel guy.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some bucket list items that I would always want to do.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Mm.
well,
Skydiving.
we all do, but I would also want to give some money back to
Yeah.
family and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it would just be new car.
New car.
Maybe start buying a house.
New CPU.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then just
Domesticated.
wow.
You know, well,
Very
I mean,
rude of you. No, I'll keep a bit out. I'll keep a bit of it spending.
Yeah.
New stuff.
Go out to the shops maybe. That's your adventure for the day.
Maybe jump out of a few planes. and maybe push some people out as
In
well.
Paris.
With or without a parachute for them ones.
With
Okay,
all.
guys.
With. He means with.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think
No,
I think with that answer we're gonna go to the next
I
question.
agree.
What one thing you wish you could do?
Push people out of the planes. No. Jumping out of a plane would be very cool though.
I'd love to.
Except for when it ends.
I don't know. I'd like to be better at football. I'd like to be able to sing though. You know, perform.
You can just go to Caitlin for that.
Or, yeah, I know. She's my music teacher. I don't know. Just, I'd love if you could just like travel without, you know, the limitations.
Of money?
Yep, those ones.
Oh.
Very big. Yeah, I don't know. Just little things.
One thing I wish I could do, go back in time.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I watched a movie recently where it was about this guy he would do something and then he would be able to go into a place and go back in time.
Yeah.
And so, like, for example, if I asked someone out and they said no, I would think about what I did, go back in time and do it again.
Fair. Okay.
I know. I think just not having limitations would be something I'd love to do.
Yeah, I reckon limitations.
What
There's
kind
no
of limitations?
money limitations, no time limitations,
Yeah.
just, you know, health doesn't matter, you can just do whatever you
Yeah,
want. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
limitations
Be
sound
able
like
to
the way to
live.
go.
Yeah.
Like,
No school.
Live freely.
You know,
Yeah.
go all around the world, do whatever you want.
be great.
Yeah, no, I reckon limitations. I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
Limitations all the way.
Yeah.
I just wish they'd not exist.
Some of them are okay.
Like
Some
what?
of them are needed.
Like what?
What's your favourite weird food combo?
Oh, I have the easiest one.
Yeah.
Chips and soft serve for Macca's.
Oh, yes.
Nuggets and the chocolate sundae from Macca's.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is like,
Yes.
somebody told me about that at work the other day, and I tried it, and oh my god, this is actually so nice.
What about the sweet and sour sauce? The sweet and sour
Okay.
sauce nugget and ice cream.
And then you add sweet and sour sauce to it, and it's just like,
It's an evil concoction.
it's
But
so
it tastes
weird,
good.
but it's so good.
Yeah.
That's mine. Anyway.
What was it? Food combos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
weird food combos.
Weird food combinations. Bread and butter.
That's not weird, that's
not weird, that's normal.
That's the most normal
That's like
thing
really
possible.
normal.
No, just like, I don't know. I seem to be the only person that I know that it's just plain bread and butter.
No, you do that all the time.
That's-
Like, I know you
I
can say
mean,
about
no,
toast
no,
and butter especially.
Just bread and butter, like with
Yeah.
nothing on it,
No.
is
Yeah.
a bit
Okay.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what I eat as well. No, but like
Oh,
toast and butter
yes,
as well.
sir. No,
Toast.
it's not toast. It's just
But yeah,
Yeah.
fresh bread and butter.
yeah. Okay. Move on. Move on.
Okay, so
Go on.
I think we have time for one more.
yeah, one more,
One more.
and then we'll get on to the story for the day.
If you had to be a type of cheese, what cheese would you be? Oh, that's bad.
Vintage cheddar.
Vintage cheddar.
Vintage cheddar.
Vintage cheddar.
I would say brie, but that's just because that's my
No,
favorite.
you know, old fashioned,
I'd be tasty.
but still really nice.
I'll just be tasty because I am pretty tasty. But
Yeah. Katie?
I couldn't tell ya.
No?
I don't know.
Are you telling me you don't think about this sort of stuff?
No, I did not. I did not think of what type of cheese I could be.
I think we should. do one
Awesome. Well, no, I reckon we go into the story for the day.
more. All right.
Don't you?
Yeah.
So, Caitlin, I've heard you're a bit of a theatre kid.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah? Tell us about it.
Okay, so I guess I first got into it when I came to high school in
Yeah.
2018.
18.
Yeah, 2018. And there was this thing that my school was doing. You were holding, they were holding auditions for a musical they take up to Newcastle for this thing called Junior Theatre Festival.
Mhm.
And so I obviously wanted to audition because I wanted to experience more things that could probably make me better. Like, not make me better in like an egotistical way, but
Just like put
That-
yourself out there. Kind
yeah.
Of.
Yeah.
like getting rid of all my nerves and like building more confidence.
Yep.
And I was into singing before, but
Yeah.
I just felt like if I went more and like journeyed more into like the singing aspect and performing arts, I feel like I'd find something. So I ended up auditioning for it and I got in. So it was pretty exciting, And then we did a 10-minute piece of The Little Mermaid Junior
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
took it to Newcastle. We performed at a JTF. And then it was actually quite exciting. Like, I got a lot of serotonin by being in a room filled with people who had the same exact passion.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that finished and like died down, we went back to school. my performing arts teacher was like, so I reckon we should take it to America. And you can imagine. I
Wow.
was nervous at first, but then I said,
You want to-
why not ask my mum? Surely my parents would say yes.
And I did.
And they were a bit sketchy. They were like, oh, should we? But they said yes.
I mean-
And my older sister and I went
Big
to
opportunity.
California, and we performed in Sacramento at the JTF over there.
Yeah.
And there was so much more people there than Australia.
How many
There was
more?
a lot more teams. I'd probably say around 1,000 or so. It was
Teams.
like maybe not teams, but people in general.
Oh yeah.
But we were in like a stadium kind of area, but it was packed, like filled, literally filled. There was probably like 1 or 2 seats empty, but that's about it.
Right at the start of
Wow.
COVID.
Right at the start in February in 2020. And we were treated like celebrities.
The Aussies?
Americans low-key love us.
Yeah.
They
Vice
probably
versa.
love our accents mostly.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah.
But there was a team from South Korea over there, and they actually ended up wanting photos with a lot of us.
Yeah.
So
How many of us?
Famous.
How many Aussies went?
how much did Miss take? She probably took around 20.
20.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
Were there
And
any other Australian teams?
There was a like, team called Aussie All Stars,
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And they're obviously fellow Aussies. And they went with this company called Travel Gang. And the people who host Travel Gang are actually the people, who created Travel Gang, actually are the people who host JTF.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was quite exciting to see them all there. And we travelled a bit on the road when we were over there.
Yeah.
And then we came back to Australia, which was kind of sad, but that's okay. I got in contact with some of the people, became friends with them. I don't talk to them anymore, but
Really?
that's okay.
That's kind of.
And we came back, and my parents probably could tell you, I could not stop smiling. Like, my smile was to my eyes,
Yeah.
and, like, my cheeks were all scrunched up the
So
top, like,
That's
uh,
adorable.
because it was such a fun experience. Like, you literally are just in a room with people who love everything that you love. Like, performing, music, singing, acting, dancing, everything. So that was really exciting. If I keep
That's cool.
talking, I'm going to go on about it. But we came back and we ended up... JCF didn't happen as much, or it did, but Miss didn't put us through because of COVID.
Yeah.
And she didn't really want to do it online, which I mean, fair enough. It
Yeah.
doesn't really feel the same.
It's hard.
But we went back in 2021 to Newcastle,
Mhm.
and we did High School Musical.
Yep.
And I got the role of Skipper, I think. And there was a main song that was Stick to the Status Quo. It was quite exciting, actually. And then after that, Miss got the rights to perform Madagascar. Yeah. And I ended up playing Gloria. And we're taking that actually this week on Saturday to JTF in Newcastle. We're performing it then.
Ooh,
Yeah.
exciting.
And also, I ended up auditioning for this thing called Aussie All Stars.
Yeah.
What you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they take around 30 people or more to either America or New Zealand or like around the world to JTF.
Yeah.
And you perform 15 minutes of the chosen musical.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, oh, if I try out, am I going to even get in? Like, I didn't have that much confidence in myself. But I ended up trying out.
Yeah.
I auditioned and I made it in,
Amazing.
which I was
So proud
very
of you.
thankful for. And then I found out we were going to New York, Atlanta. Oh my gosh, you
That's-
have no
that's
idea.
exciting.
That is very
I
exciting.
almost screamed, but we were in the school library, so I couldn't scream.
So you're doing one of these.
Yeah, basically. And then as soon as I got home, I saw my mum. And my mum was like so excited.
Mm.
And then so my entire family was really excited for it.
That's sweet.
And then it kind of got shut off, or it got pushed back
COVID.
because of COVID.
COVID
We were still in
lockdowns.
lockdowns, restrictions, confined to our homes.
Yeah.
And it just became really difficult to do it all.
Yeah.
But we ended up persevering. And now I'm going in 2023
Yeah.
in January.
Oh my
So,
god, that's so
I
exciting.
think there's like
Ooh.
70 days. So I'm on the countdown. I'm
Wow.
pumped. But it's
Ooh.
going to be winter and it's going to be cold. But yeah, that's okay. But
Yeah.
I definitely think that if I did not audition for any of like Little Mermaid or at all in Year 7,
Yeah.
I would not have found the love that I
Wouldn't
have
the
for it.
opportunities
Yeah.
today.
Like the
Yeah.
opportunities that I have now, I would not have had them if I didn't audition for it at all. But I'm
Wow.
glad I did.
Yeah.
So long story short, you're saying that just take the best of your opportunities.
Yeah. Take
Good.
any opportunity you can,
And
because
you don't know where it's going to lead you, or Yeah.
Just hopefully somewhere good.
Yeah,
Just
hopefully.
take small
Yeah.
steps and
Wow.
you get the big ones.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, good.
That's all.
So, I reckon it's time for us to interview.
Yeah, I reckon it's our special guest. Who we got today, Caitlin?
We have someone who we call Mikey Mac, but you guys may know him as the face of Skilled Creative, Mike McCarthy.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Hello. I'm very well. Thank you so much. This is very exciting.
To be on your own podcast.
Yeah.
To be on the podcast that I created.
Thought it was
Fantastic.
about time.
Yeah. Have you ever been on here before?
I haven't.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
Really?
I think I did a trailer for it. once,
Wow.
but yeah, that's about
Wow, look, this is exciting.
See,
Yeah,
it
this
was
is
about
exciting.
time you got on in season 3.
it.
Season
Yeah,
3.
No.
finally got there. I
Yeah.
finally made it.
Finally made it.
So how have you been today?
I've been good. Yeah, we've. This has been a really exciting day setting up with you guys and
Mhm.
doing a little test run here and there, and it's all working. So that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, is it?
Very exciting.
Yeah, no.
I hope you guys are
Hopefully.
excited to be the first ones. That's
Oh,
Yeah,
we're actually
guinea
really
pigs.
pumped.
big
We're
honour.
the
Guinea
guinea
pigs.
pigs.
We're the guinea pigs.
Yeah, I love
Fantastic.
it.
Okay, so we have a couple of questions. The first one is, what opportunities were available to you while leading up to your current role now?
Yeah, so I was working as a teacher's aide leading up to this role.
Really?
Yeah, and I really enjoyed that role, working with kids on the spectrum, and yeah, it was fantastic and really challenging. I found that I was getting to a point though where I was kind of missing being creative, more regularly in my job, and so yeah, this came up, and I was pretty excited that I could take it on and use some of the skills that I've built over my career as a musician and in the creative fields. Yeah.
Yeah, so what exactly made you follow this career path?
So it's funny, like you were saying just before. You take your opportunities as they come along, and so I think I started out playing in bands and writing songs and being a
Yeah.
songwriter, and then all the way through to making albums and producing other people's albums and touring and
Wow.
doing all that sort of stuff. Having a great time as a single person and
Yeah.
traveling around Australia and the world. I always loved being out on the road, and that was
Yeah.
kind of where I felt I
Wow.
belonged.
Wow.
But yeah, I guess different priorities at this time of life where I've got a family and looking after kids and that sort of stuff.
Things
And
bit
yeah, it
difficult.
keeps you quite busy. But then this opportunity came up, and it's led me down this path. It's great, and I have done this kind of work before in media as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to be back doing it. And
Wow.
who knows what's next? But I'm learning all these things about podcasting and videography and all of that sort of stuff. So it's
Yeah,
good fun.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think we have a final question. What plan did you have for Skilled Creative in the beginning, and how has it evolved now?
So the plan in the beginning was to run a podcast. I had that idea that I really wanted to do podcasting
Yeah.
because I listen to a lot of those, and I just think it's a really great way for students to be able to get their views across, and it's an exciting medium that's just getting bigger and bigger, I think. But we also were given a bunch of iPhones, so that it was kind of like, here you go, here's some iPhones,
Go make some stuff.
go crazy. So I did a course on iPhoneography and
Is that actually a course?
yeah, like an online course.
Online course. yeah.
With a local guy from the Central Coast, Jason Van Engren, I think it is. But he's amazing, and like he's won awards for all of his films that he's made using an iPhone, and now he does
iPhone.
ads and all sorts of things with iPhones, and just getting the lighting right and all that sort of thing. So that was a really valuable course, and I thought, I reckon this could really work with students
Yeah.
and in Skilled Creative, alongside doing the podcast, and now it's just evolving into doing more professional quality style work as well.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that students get hands-on experience and real-world experience.
Yeah. Well, we all know we love what we do here. We
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear.
Yeah, the creative freedom you give us with stuff as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh,
We
that's
love it.
great. Thanks so much. I'm
Yeah.
No
glad to
worries.
hear that feedback. That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's like actually
No.
really exciting when
Yeah.
coming here and being able to create a podcast
Yeah.
and being able
And
to
show it
have
live.
and the first one to have it live.
Yeah.
It's like quite exhilarating, being able to have your own freedom as well, like creating Instagram posts,
Yeah.
like posts for the company, like
Yep.
boosting
well,
it.
you guys are the experts in that regard. I learned from you on that.
These two.
that side of
These
things.
two, not
What
the
can
other
we
three.
say?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jeez.
But, it's our second time back as well, and seeing how it's changed since the last time and the new place and everything, it's amazing.
Yeah,
We
we're
love
so
it.
excited to be sharing this space with MAD,
Yeah.
musicians making a difference. And there's just so much possibilities and
Yeah.
opportunities in this space now. So
Mm.
if you're coming along soon, and
100% you
get-
should.
get ready for it.
Definitely won
Yeah,
the
you'll have the
potluck
best week.
here with this one.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I got a feeling you're going to be here for a while. You're not moving out.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for quite a while yet, I don't
No.
think.
No.
Yeah, it's
No,
great.
it's one of the probably the best new places to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
exciting.
It's just on a street in the middle of Gosford.
Mm.
Yeah.
From the outside, the building looks quite plain, but if you go inside, it's
It's
like
so much,
So
so nice.
so much
creative.
more.
Mm.
It's just,
Yep, we've got a couple of studio spaces, music studio that
Where
we're
we are
in
now.
it currently.
yeah.
And then, we've got the guys have built a new podcast studio. We're working on a film studio downstairs. So, so many exciting things happening for Skilled Creative and for MAD.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
awesome.
Honestly, thank you so much for
Thank you, Mike.
being
Yeah.
here.
Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks for your time.
I'll let
We
you
do
keep
appreciate
going.
it.
I appreciate being on. Thank you.
Awesome,
Oh,
thank
good.
you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, see you, Mike.
So,
So I reckon it's time to talk to Georgia.
oh god.
I heard that you wanted to travel to England and Western Australia. Want to tell us about that?
Yeah, well, my family's actually English. It like goes a way back, and I've got a bunch of family over there, and I've always I've wanted to travel and like get out and be like my own person and be free.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Europe is where I want to be. So I was like, I've been considering like going to England there for like a year or two, like maybe doing half the stint in WA with like one of my best mates.
Yeah.
Live with them for a bit. But it's just, get out, travel, be my own person, have fun.
Especially when
Yeah.
you're cooped
Yeah.
up in one spot.
What
for
would
so
you
long.
want to study?
I was looking at digital media,
Mm.
very different to you guys, but yeah, it involves a bunch of things like video stuff, photography, journalism, like just different little aspects that would keep me interested and I'd be excited to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good course.
That's what further study is all about. Doing things that excite you.
Mm.
Yeah.
So.
It's got to keep me interested.
Yeah, because school doesn't really.
For some people.
Yeah.
Some.
For some people, not all.
Where do you think that's going to lead you in the future?
I don't know. I don't have like a set path I want to
Mm.
follow. Like I don't want to end up on Broadway. I don't want to be a music producer, although that would be quite cool.
Yeah.
I have gone down that route at one point.
Yeah.
But
Same.
I'm like it'll give me skills that I could like put to like almost anything I
Mm.
do. Like cuz social
Yeah.
media and stuff is so important these days.
Mm.
Like it's ridiculous, but I don't know. It's just I'll go with where it takes me. Maybe get like a graphics or something
Yeah.
design that I can do like while I'm like traveling.
Mm. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but otherwise
Job on the go.
no set plan.
Okay, guys. Well, I thank you. Thank you so much, Georgia.
Thank you.
Thanks for
So
everyone's
many
time.
jokes, so many sneaks.
That's Georgia's theme song.
That's my theme song.
Well, I think whoever's watching and people who watch the
And who
Skilled
listen.
Creative, exactly, and
Yep.
listen to the podcast, we're going to pin a post on the Instagram page. And it's just going to be about, your passion, your hopes, your dreams, and
What is the Instagram page?
skilled_creative on Instagram and
Plug.
everywhere else.
Nice plug there. Yeah, but we want you guys to just reply to that, like
Comment.
put out into the world like
Yeah.
what your passion is, what you
Yeah.
guys want to do. Just manifest it.
Exactly. So I think we're going to wrap it up now.
Yeah. So
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, listening to this podcast.
yeah.
The first ever live stream, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Um,
Had a great time.
Yep,
Yeah,
obviously,
it's
the
been fun.
podcast Youth View by Skilled Creative. I'm Caitlin,
I was Georgia.
I'm Callum.
I'm Tom.
Cameraman Joey.
Joey.
And
Cameraman
shout out
Joey.
to Mike.
and shout out to Mike. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you all have a lovely day.
Peace out.
Peace out.